Here in the UP, we didn't see large snowfalls until early February, creating a late start to the winter adventure season. Finally, a week-long snowstorm dumped over 55 inches of snow in the Keweenaw Peninsula. You know, once that lake effect snow machine starts up, it doesn't stop. I decided it was time to visit the Keweenaw Mountain Lodge, a historic wilderness resort in Copper Harbor.
There's a lot of history around the lodge. It's been kind of a center point to Keweenaw County.
The Keweenaw Mountain Lodge is on the National Register of Historical Places.
The lodge was built back in the 30s during the WPA period when it was a work project, just like a lot of the national park lodges out west.
Chief WPA, it's a Work Projects Administration, and so that's the FDR program back in the 1930s to help alleviate unemployment, and it turned into a CCC project because the WPA project, I believe, initiative only lasted a year or two, and then it turned into a CCC project there. And there was upwards to 70 to 80% unemployment here in the Keweenaw. Very prosperous area with the copper here, and in the being to where it just got decimated because of the economy. The logs that you see came from this property. They logged the property to build the golf course and then build the lodge and build the 24 cabin structures back in the tough time.
Renovations have been made over the years as the property was owned and operated by Keweenaw County. 3 years ago, the county auctioned it off, and its new proprietor is John Muller.
Basically, I love the wilderness. I think the history of this place is really unique. I could have bought different places if it's just about the cash flow. This is about a challenge to turn something into something that's really special and world renowned. From my perspective, it's they feel it's a gem of the Keweenaw or the jewel of Keweenaw, depending on you look at it. I'm big on building things, so seeing this thing grow and get better and better.
It's kind of a blend of the history and the new. So we want to keep things moving forward. We have Wi-Fi available everywhere. The restaurant has shifted kind of from traditional American food to now it's rustic, worldly food. The menu's constantly changing every week or two, and you will find items on that menu that are inspired from dishes around the world. The lodge is open to anybody, so if you even want to just come and see the lodge and get a bite to eat, we also have a coffee shop, the Little Cabin Cafe. There's historical information throughout the lodge. It's really a fabulous building.
This is the first winter they've been open in many years. To make the Keweenaw Mountain Lodge a winter destination, they have added 10 kilometers of groomed classic cross-country ski and snowshoeing trails.
Just this fall, we actually decided to open the winter trails. So that involved us buying new grooming equipment. We bought a Gator tractor with treads, a roller. We bought a Ginsu groomer, and we've actually been teaching ourselves how to groom.
This is where you will find John most days.
We're running the perimeter loop first, which is going to be the golf course. And so we go around the golf course and we get some nice views, some open areas. We don't have flat terrain here. So it takes some time for the snow to build up, then we can actually level it out. And so this round of snowstorms has really helped us play around a little bit with how we sit there and make it flatter and more enjoyable for the skiers. And to be open in the wintertime just makes a lot of sense as long as you're prepared. And we haven't we opened the general public until this year. We tested the last 2 winters just to see what we could do, and we thought we did well. We're still missing certain things because, we're down at -1 degree today when we started, and that gets cold and tough to keep the water from freezing in the pipes and the cabins and the lodge. We're going to go roll the inner loop now there, so nice little setup. Gives you a different feel than what we had on the perimeter loop where it was wide open. Now you're going to see things really tight. So it's going to be as wide as the roller, which is 7 feet. And here we come.
I stepped out of the Gator to get some video of it passing by, and not thinking, I stepped off the groom trail and sunk down to my waist in the snow. Since I was down there, I hung a tag skiers can pick up to turn in for a free drink in the coffee shop. Part of the fun, joyous, and adventuresome experience John wants his visitors to have.
Come up and just enjoy what you're experiencing up here.
Riding with John, I could see the spectacular views of Brockway Mountain that visitors can experience as they ski the property.
This is the tee box at number 4. We're sitting in the middle of the fairway. This is a nice place that people like to kind of relax.
For an even more backcountry wilderness experience, visitors can rent snowshoes or Altai Hok skis.
They've just started really getting popular. They're like a shorter ski. This is 125 centimeters. They have a universal binding that fits in, anybody can ski boot fits in it, but the most unique part about it is more than half the ski is a skin. So they're really for backcountry touring, exploring. Anybody can do it. You can go up, you can ski down. They have a metal edge. They're not for really aggressive riding, but they're kind of like a snowshoe on steroids is probably the best way to put it.
The Lodge, I believe, is the only place in the Midwest where you can rent these Hok skis.
The company's based out of Washington State, but they're really, the concept is thousands of years old. People use skis like these for hunting and traveling in the winter times. Another unique feature with these skis was a one-pole system. They call it the Altai Hok. You ski up a hill, you have the skins on the bottom. You're going to use this pole as like a rudder kind of brake kind of thing. So you're skiing down and you're leaning back and you're using this as your way to steer. Just a really unique way to get outside in the wintertime. So, normally we're not standing on the picnic table to access the snow, but we're just in a crazy time right now. Real simply, we've already set the bindings up inside to match our feet. Just gonna step into the binding, try to get as little snow under my foot as possible. And we begin the trek. It's walking and then some gliding mixed in. So it's like a snowshoe and a ski combined. And it's so powdery, it's going to be a mix of both. A little walking, a little gliding. All right, you're up next. We're just going to start out on the snowshoe trail here. The snowshoe trail just starts at a fire pit right next to the lodge. It works its way through these beautiful trees between a couple of the holes on the golf course. And we're going to work our way out towards the Red Trail and Dancing Bear trails. The snowshoe trail we have here at the Mountain Lodge, it kind of circumnavigates the golf course. It's in and out of the woods. It uses a bunch of the summer trails. This section uses the Dancing Bear Trail, and it's going to take us right below some of these really scenic cliffs. It's a really beautiful spot right next to the lodge. Little turns, turning the tips, perfect.
I kind of like them.
It's fun, right?
Yeah.
And one of my favorite things about being out here is this, just listen to this. Just quiet, peaceful. The experience we're pushing for is people come, they rent one of the historic cabins for 3 days or more. Each cabin has a fireplace in it. The ski trails, the snowshoe trail, that's literally out your door. We're far, far from everywhere. We're really pushing an experience for people to just get out and get into the woods.
You know, you had the fun, joyous, and adventure piece. This is, the overall theme is, you know, we're a historic wilderness resort in the Keweenaw, but we're marrying history with the future to get to a vibrant and progressive present.